Audio check. Video check. We have audio, we have video. We have a stream. Hello everyone, I'm Blazar Gaming, playing City Skylines, my city of 238,000 people. With a demand for some commercial. Well, not enough educated workers out here, huh? We've got a few elementary schools. We have one high school. No universities. They want some highly educated people. Well, I'm not putting a university out here. Sorry. Sorry. We've got enough universities in town. Speaking of universities. More students than I allow. That's interesting. I guess because I turned education down a little bit. All right, some commercial. How about over here? Same difference. Same difference. They need more educated. Well, sounds like it's about time to build another one of these. But where do I want to build it? Build one up here. Let's check something. Okay, but I think I should build it off of here. This is the best place, though. I can build it horizontal. And have them come in from over here. Sounds good to me. So we need to replace this. Uh-oh. Might not be easy to place one of those here because of the topography. What I'm talking about is one of these. No, we're okay. We are okay. All right. Nope. No U-turns. It's ridiculous. How's everyone doing today? It is Friday here in the good old US of A. United States of America. I am in the state of Tennessee. I do this to prevent guys from merging close to the interchange. I want them to stay in their lanes. Then once they get out there on the straightaways, then it's every man for himself. It's a free-for-all. But in here close, I want to get people off of these interchanges. No backups. None of those crazy 3-lane changes underneath the bridge either. Stay in your lane. Don't need backups onto the interchanges. They can merge out there. See those crazy people flying across 2 lanes of traffic? They're acting like normal human beings. That will not do. All right. So I'm going to build another one of these. They work very well. I'm going to put it here. Look at my topography. Not a lot of space out here. Maybe I should build a triangle-shaped one. Just to be different. Nah. We'll do the best we can. Care about all that stuff. Doing it straight though. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, I guess I should start further up maybe. Something I can get closer to that. Something like this. Ooh. Starts, that's pretty big, but it's not when you compare it to that. But I've got to leave room to go this way. Let's throw the curve in. How far do I want to go? How's that look? A little further, I think. One more. Now let's throw the curve in. My biggest concern will be the next corner. It's a little bit hilly. I can go a little further. And then put the curve in. And put the curve in. And then finish off the straight. In comparison, I'd say it's hard to tell. Maybe wider but shorter. Doesn't matter. Better check. Make sure everything's going well out there. I think we're okay. Got a little demand for people. We're not working on a place for people. No, I filled it all in. Little demand for everything. Oops. Oops. See what I did there? It's all supposed to be one way. Okay, that's all one way. Looks like I only messed up. Oh, this is highway. Not sure what happened there. When I accidentally switched. Right here. I have no idea what happened there. No idea what happened there. Okay. Now I should be able to fix this. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. After that, I don't care. Okay. There's a quicker way to select these nodes. I accidentally did it one time, but I don't know what key I pressed. So that I don't have to go back up here and do this. And that doesn't matter. All right. There we go. Outer loop is created. All right. I'm going to need water. Let's bring water from here into here. Now I have water. I need to build the inside loop. This is the inside loop. About that distance. About a little closer. That works. accidentally I went 2 instead of 3 spaces. Better make sure that's not going to cause a problem. May have to go back and move it over a little bit. Let's see if that's going to cause a problem. No, it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Places where it's 3 and 4 lanes wide, yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay. So far, so good. Now, what's the center of this whole place? I'm gonna have to guess. Looks about right, doesn't it? All right, let's check all my junctions. Oh, there's something else I better check. Death wave. I better check to see how many people are dead. Almost 1,000. So let's crank up. Yeah. Bump up the number of hearses out there. Just to be safe. Okay, I think that got them all. I think I started here. No, I did not. I started up there, I think. Yes, I did. Okay. Wow, big old demand for people. What am I going to do about that? Sorry, pal. I'm going to take your house. They want more people? Let's give them more people. They only have the one elementary school out here. How about a high school? Do they have a high school out here? Just the one. Let's put one out here. The plaza across from it. All right. People. Houses. Houses. We want some houses. Little bitty teeny tiny houses. Don't belong. Okay, all right. Let's check on my universities. They're probably, yeah. Everybody's graduated. Let's check the other suburb. 17. Zero. Zero. how's the death? How's deaths going? Okay. All right, let's get back. Back to what I was working on. All right. Remember, one way in, one way out. Okay, I don't think I should go that far. Halfway. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I can go further this way. Nope. That doesn't look right. Here. That looks better. Oh, okay. The ones in the middle are going to be bigger. I got no problem with that. I've got no problem with that. This side's going to be even bigger. Maybe not. Now that side's bigger. This side's a little. Need a half and half. Need a compromise. Instead of coming all the way out to there, go to there. Same thing over here. Halfway. Much better. Nope, too far. That works. I want to go this far. That works. Have you used any tolls? I haven't had any problems with traffic. Even when I get up to 250,000 people, no traffic problems. And it's because of the way I do traffic in City Skylines. Early game, I control traffic with my triangle method. Residents go on this end of the triangle. Jobs go on this end of the triangle. Shopping goes on this end of the triangle. So I never have issues with traffic because the trucks can go back and forth without having to go through residential areas. People can go to work without having to go to shopping areas. People can go shopping without having to go to work areas. So I never have problems with traffic on a small scale. On a larger scale, like this, then yeah, there's traffic issues. But you can get all the people off of the roads with mass transportation. Once your mass transportation is set up correctly, then people will stop driving, except to go to leisure, except to go to parks, playgrounds, stuff like that. And then you just have to worry about the trucks. All my trucks from farming pretty much go here to the cargo train terminal. So all the trucks from my farming stay off the highways. They pretty much come here and then go back to the farm. All my trucks from industry stay on this outer highway. Some of them on the inner highway. But I create small areas for industry to control the amount of trucks that come out of those areas. Small areas of industry. Same thing with commercial. Small areas of commercial to control the amount of trucks that come in. Small area has its own connection. Small area has its own connection. Small area has its own connection. And then I started building these things. So I have no traffic problems inside these things. The trucks go real fast until they get to their area, and then they come in and go to their area, and then they go out and go real fast again, back out again. So even now, revenue I don't worry so much about. The reason my revenue's down right now is because I was having a death wave, and I turned up my health care real high. Let's see if it's still going up. Nope, it went down that time. It looks like it's holding steady. If I want to clear this up faster, I just turn my budget up on healthcare. And that throws an extra car, an extra hearse to pick up dead people. Where are the dead people? It says I've got 1,000 dead people. Where are they? There's one there. Where are my 1,000 dead people? Suburbs? I don't even know where my 1,000 dead people are. Oh yeah, I forgot about my newest suburb. I went out here and started adding people. Oh well. Now he's waving. Let's go to my newest suburb I forgot about out here. Out here in the hills. I've got water already. Just need electricity. Let's get electricity out here. Let's place a plaza. Where's my nearest electricity? This suburb over here? Alright, now we got some electricity out here. I haven't put my walking paths in yet. Ah. There we go. Yeah, using my philosophy for traffic, I don't have traffic problems. Most people just build their cities and ignore traffic. I make sure my traffic's taken care of as I'm building my city. All right. We're going to need fire so houses don't burn down. Oh, speaking of fire, let's put one of these out here. Just because. Right out here in a minute. Playground. Small playground. Electricity. For now, I guess I should build my houses out. Take electricity with it. Here's that triangle method I was telling you about. All my residents are going to be on this node of my triangle. Any industry will be over here on this node, and any shopping will be on this node. How's electricity looking now? There we go. Need us a dog walking park. How about out there? Dog walking park. All right. Back. Well, let me check. Oh, death wave. Need to go pick up the dead people. Where are the dead people? This thing says there are 2,000 dead people out there somewhere. Okay, I see a little around here. Where are all the dead people? I suppose the hearses are out looking for them. Ooh. Water, we can turn water down. We can turn water way down. Let's go down to 90%. Garbage we can turn way down. Let's go down to 80%. Let's go to 75%. Education. Let's turn on one university. See what happens. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Not many people going to the university. Turn it back off. Turn it back off and turn education up a little bit. High schools look pretty good. Elementary school look better. The reason I don't have a lot of people going to university is because of this. The reason I do this, the reason I have the schools out policy is because of this. I try to get my people to work my industry jobs because I try to export more than I import. Right now it's down because my population's down. When my population goes down, see, the population's on a downstroke right now. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. When it goes down, people stop working industry. So, for me to get the people to work the industry jobs and the farming jobs so that I export more than I import, yeah, if you pick any factory out here, they don't want any college educated people, even though I've got 8 college educated people working out here. Even with the schools out policy, you end up with more educated people. 58% of my population's graduated from college, even though I have the policy that says only a small portion will go study at the university. So the game algorithms don't really work very well. I say only a small portion go to university. 58% of my population went to the university. I've got 12% uneducated. Those are the people that work on the farms, and 16 uneducated. I've got 15 college graduates working a job where you only need 16 that never even went to elementary school. Uneducated. High school dropouts. I got 15 college students working here. So the game algorithms don't work very well. And I forgot to take my break at the top of the hour, stretch my legs. I'm going to do that now. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Let's see how my death wave's doing. There's 2,000 dead people out there somewhere. Oh, I see a few. See if I can fire off a rocket while I'm gone. Yep, time to launch a rocket. Two, one. There you go. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Great. I left you with a great view of the city. See if we can't correct that. Where am I? Ah. Oops, that was an accident. That was an accident. All right, so we've turned around. We're heading back up. We hit, I don't think we got to 260,000 last time it went back up, but it was over 255. We'll see how high it goes up this time. Oops. This is my overall map. Got a suburb here, suburb there, suburb up there, suburb over there, suburb out here, a suburb here, and this was my newest suburb, way out here in this corner. The reason my road does that is because of the topography. I went along this ridge till I got to the lower terrain, and then I found the best place to cross the railroad track. It was right here. So I built my bridge, and then I moved down into this valley and built this town in this valley. So that's why I picked this spot, because of the topography. It's a nice lowlands over here. Here's my tallest place on the map. It's where my observatory is. Let's see, I think I turned on, no I didn't. I did turn on an university and then I turned it back off again. Not enough people eligible to turn on a university yet. These guys could use an elementary school on this side of town somewhere. Let's put the playground in first. Playground and then elementary school. How about walking paths? We need a walking path. There we go. New elementary school. And we could probably use a high school on the other side somewhere. Well, it says the high school's got a pretty good reach. What's my topography look like over here? That's what I thought. It falls off steeply. So if I put a high school anywhere, that's an elementary school. Put a high school anywhere. Let's come out this way with it. Sorry, people, I'm gonna take your house. No, let's take this. Let's take this house. Put our high school over here. Let's lay down a plaza first. And then put the high school next to it. Make sure I've got water, which I do not. And electricity. Fix my walking path so the kids can walk to the high school. There we go. All right. Now, let's check my death wave. All right, it's going way down. So let's turn this back down to about 100% for now. Then I'll turn it even further down soon. Need to turn the water budget up a little bit as everything's recovering from the recession. Garbage. We're really short on elementary schools, but I don't know why. This is all covered. This is all covered. This is all covered. Oh, that's high schools. Elementary schools. Elementary schools. Elementary. Okay. Okay, we could use one over here. Put a little playground next to it because I like to do that. Small playground next to an elementary school. Just makes sense to me. All right. Give me a minute again, please. I think I'll plug this in. I need to go take some medicine that I forgot to take. Sorry about that. Not feeling so great this morning. So probably not going to be streaming too much longer. Oops. All right. It is Friday. I do need to do laundry. I don't think any of the construction people are coming today. They finished up all the drywall work. All right, where was I? Oh, I checked my death wave. Seems to be holding steady. Going down a little bit. Goes up. And it goes down. So it's holding steady. All right, let's get back to this thing I was building. I don't have a demand for it anymore, but I will in the future. Now, how'd that happen? 4. With some strange zoning. Then this ended up with 3. Ah, no? That's the same distance up there. Okay, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3. Ah. This is only 3. Who cares? I don't. If I expected everything in my life to be perfect, it'd be a miserable life. Whoa! Accidentally unplugged my monitor right here in my lap, which threw my chat window over to my other monitor. Now I'm back. Now my chat window's back. Right in front of my face. Lower education doesn't exactly mean more industry. They just complain less. As this population gets back over 250,000, new owners will take these closed shops and start producing more goods. And then new owners will take over these shops and start consuming said goods. Quite a bit of traffic through here. Quite a bit of traffic through here, but no backups. This is usually my busiest exchange. No backups anywhere. If I ever have backups, it's usually here on my farm. Because all these trucks have to wait on the traffic lights. And they're all going here to export their agricultural. To export agriculture. All these guys export all the time. My other farm is the same way. These guys produce agricultural goods and they send them out this cargo station right here. As my population picks up, this number will go down to almost zero because I'll begin producing goods again. It's the old circle of life. Up, down, up, down, up, down. My goal is to get higher each time it goes up. I don't know why it came down so low this time. But it's still a gradual climb. So, still a gradual climb. Death rate stays pretty consistent. The city value keeps climbing. Treasury goes up, down, up, down. Budget goes up, up, up. As the population goes up, up, up. Let's check. See if we picked up most of the dead people. Yeah. Let's turn healthcare down some more. Healthcare is expensive. As you can see, it's my most expensive cost, healthcare. Just like real life, my most expensive monthly bill is my health insurance. More expensive than anything else that I have. Alright. I've got water. The only thing I'm missing is electricity. Start up here. I need to build my walking paths. I forgot about that. Need my walking paths. I need to decide where the metro's going to go. I'm going to try to get this done before I stop streaming. But I'm very uncomfortable. Not feeling well at all. See over here, I've got two metros. My tourist line comes in here. My suburb line comes in here. And my city line, they come to here, walk over here, go up here, and then they can hit this line. They can actually go one of two ways, it looks like. No. If they hit the tourist line, then they'd have to come all the way around here. If they hit this line, they come here. One stop. Not sure what I'll do to this one. I'll definitely put it on the tourist line. So I'll probably have a stop. Yeah. I'm not going to add the stop there yet. I'll just let the train pass by. Now I have my way in. All right, now we just have to, oh, I could have sped this up. I keep forgetting. Now we just have to wait. I'll monitor budgets. Nobody's sick. Let's turn healthcare down. 75. Education. I'd like to turn my education up a bit, so my schools will hold more students instead of just going around throwing new schools everywhere. Sure doesn't move it very much. Wonder if I cranked it all the way up. Didn't help a whole lot. 99% of my people graduated from high school. 87 from elementary school. 81 from college. At some point, I should open one university. If you wonder why my electricity's so high when I've got it turned down so low, it's because I've got the fusion power plant over here by the farm. Fusion power. Unlimited electricity for the whole world. Well, it's not unlimited. It has a limit, but there's my latest suburb. How you guys doing out here? You doing okay? They seem to be doing okay. Did I ever give them a police station? No, I did not. They're not complaining that they don't have a police station, but they should have a police station. And I never even gave them any death care. They're eventually going to die. And a health clinic. Because people sometimes get sick. Do they even have a school out here? Nope. Not even a school. Let's give them an elementary school. Is this a dog walking park? Nope, it's a playground. Let's put the school, elementary school, right next to the playground. Because that just makes sense. There's no high school out here either. Once those kids, they're going to need a high school. So let's put a plaza here and then put a high school next to it. Good to go. So this little suburb is in pretty good shape. Let's see if we reach 260,000 today. I think our max. This says 248, but I know we had over 255. So this isn't that accurate. Now it's just a waiting game, guys. The last few times, our next demand would be a little industry. or offices. But that's usually what springs up first when we're on our way back up, which we are now. And then I usually add a few more offices right here because I've got lots of space for it. But all these abandoned buildings will start going away. Usually these on the farm first, and then these, then those back there. We've seen this before. We know the drill. I'm still tickled to death to have 246,000 people and no traffic jams anywhere. Yes, there's lots of traffic, but it's always moving. There's a little red spot way up here. I think there's a traffic light here. So that's why there's my rocket ship. No traffic in this suburb. No traffic in this suburb. There's always traffic on my two farms. But all these abandoned buildings will slowly start picking up. No traffic here. No traffic here. Here's my other farm. It's the only other place where we have traffic, but it's always moving, except when they're waiting on traffic lights. 247,000 people and no parking lots. That's pretty impressive. Sometimes it gets crazy, if I can find it. My tourist area, if I don't have enough trains, then all the people get off the train, or metros. If I don't have enough metro vehicles, these things right here, metro vehicles, then the tourists coming in on the trains will jump in cars. They'll jump in cars. And then I'll have a traffic problem. But as long as I keep enough metro vehicles right here, we're good. That's a long time between trains. I haven't seen a passenger train in a while. Better make sure I don't have any backups on railway anywhere. There's lots of cargo trains going by. Is this a passenger train coming in? Yep. Here comes the next passenger train. Over 200 passengers. And the majority of them will hit the metro. There they all are. There's a couple of cars. Saw about 3 cars. The rest of them all hit the metro. Here comes another passenger train. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. 6. A motorcycle. 6 cars and a motorcycle, and everybody else hits the metro. That's how you control traffic. We're at 250,000 now. And still no traffic jams. Now, once mass transportation is set up, you pretty much take cars off the road. But you can't take trucks off the road with mass transportation. The trucks need the highways. This was my first highway. It eventually became a parking lot. So I built a second highway. My issue was this was one giant commercial area. No green space. There was no green space in here. There was no high speed. Just think of this as one exit, one of these terribly inefficient clover loops. I had one clover loop, and all of this was just commercial, high density commercial. No green space. It was packed. Crazy, crazy packed. So of course, my clover loop became a problem. My interstate became a parking lot. I went out and found these. These are so much more efficient than clover loops. I got Traffic Manager and started controlling where they could merge. But it was still too many trucks trying to get into this area. So then I built another way in here. But it was still a parking lot. So I built a second highway to bring people in from back here. And I made sure all of my industry started using this highway instead of this one. So I split my trucks up. And everything was pretty good for a while. But it wasn't enough. It was still parking lots, too many trucks, all trying to get into this high densely packed. All of this. This was all blue. This was all high density blue. Everything in here. There was no green space. I'll never make that mistake again. So then I separated these two sides. And then I started breaking these up into smaller little units. And then I got the idea to do this. You've got highway on the outside, regular one-way streets on the inside. I got this idea from a time I visited Chicago. Chicago, Illinois has a big population. They have interstates that have lots of exits. And then they have another interstate with few exits. So they have a highway with a lot of exits into the city, and then another highway right parallel to it with very few exits to the inner highway. So when you come out of the city of Chicago, you hit one highway and then you merge over to the other highway if you know your next exit is way on out there somewhere. So you go high speed out and around and then come back in and go to your next place. So I got my idea from Chicago, Illinois, from a visit to Chicago about doing this. And after much work over here, this was all, I had to break these up into smaller sections. You just have to go back. Go back and look at what a nightmare this was on my YouTube channel. And then once I got traffic under control, anytime I build something new, I do this to handle the amount of trucks coming in. Whenever I add more industry, I do this. One way in, one way out. I'll show you an example of an earlier industry. No, this one was an earlier industry spot. This used to be industry, now it's offices. It was not one way in, one way out. Well, it is. It is one way in and one way out, but it wasn't one way through. As you can see, that's a dead end, that's a dead end, that's a dead end, that's a dead end. I've learned that that's a mistake. Your commercial areas, your offices, it doesn't matter. But industry and commercial, you never want a dead end. You always want one way in, one way through, one way out. No place can a truck turn around. They have to go in and out. In and out. In and out. And one way through. In and out. Well, here's an example of one that's not one way in and one way out. So this one will eventually become an office complex. This one is an example of that's not one way in and one way. Well, it's still one way in and one way out. But you know what I mean. There's no circle. Trucks can come here and have to do a U-turn. They have to do a U-turn there. They have to do a U-turn there. Now it's working pretty well because there's nothing else on this road. Over here, they've got one way over here and they got one way over there. But there's examples of poorly designed industry. This one used to be, it became an office. This one used to be, it became an office. All of these used to be industry and eventually became offices. Well, this was always an office park. No, I had industry over here. I had some industry over here. I forgot about that. My farm is a bad example of industry too. You got all these little nooks and crannies, cul-de-sacs. Future cities, I will not do this anymore. They're all going to be one way in, one way out. And everything flows one direction. I don't know if we'll hit 260,000 today, but we might. So So we've got 256,000. Do we have any parking lots anywhere? All my interchanges. This is my busiest one. Little bit of a backup, but they're moving. Just a little bit of a backup. Everybody wanting the left lane. But to have 250,000 people and everything moving this well, and you got to remember, these are all trucks. These are delivery vans, cargo vans, big trucks. You'll see an occasional car, and that's either a tourist or a person going to visit a plaza or park, playground. All right. Now, as I said earlier, now that my population's back up, these will go away. Let's see what my people are talking about. Good morning, beautiful day, recycling. How hard is it to work and to build a working power grid? Who's got power problems? There are no power problems. We're producing almost double the amount of electricity we need. Some people just complain just to complain. Some people complain just to complain. But there are no power problems anywhere. What else are they talking about? Noise. Somebody had a noise problem. Okay, Tony. You're next to a skating park and a playground. Let's look at noise. Yeah, well, it could be worse, Tony. You could be over here next to a metro stop. I guess this thing causes a little bit of noise. Do trees reduce noise? Yes. Yes. If I put a bunch of trees in here, it would do two things. It would reduce noise from the avenue and from the skate park. It would reduce noise to these buildings. But it also creates a potential for a forest fire. So there's pros and cons. Pros, if I put a row of trees here, if I filled this, let's say I filled this corner here with trees, I'd have less noise over here, but likely to cause a forest fire. Well, I don't have to worry about pollution anymore because of, let's see if I can find it. Where's my tourist area? The Eden Project raises land value in the city and reduces pollution. So I don't really have a pollution problem because of the Eden project. Let's look at pollution. Even around the recycling plants. Let's go find industry. Here's my farms, no pollution. The Eden project gets rid of pollution. Here's some industry. And it's much, much lower pollution than normal. All my industry. These produce a little pollution. Oh, I just realized what the problem is right here. My farm. I had 3 little industry buildings there instead of farming. I wondered why there was pollution right there. That pollution will go away and these will become farm. Yep, very low pollution. But that's because of the Eden project. That's not because of anything I did. My industry still creates pollution. But the Eden project, it's in my tourist area. It's a huge glass house. Greatly reduces pollution from land, air, and water, making land in the city more valuable. It's expensive, $6,400 a week. But it reduces pollution. All right, we're slowing down. I don't know that we're going to hit 360 this time. 260. 260. Still no demand for anything. Water is barely hanging in there. Garbage will turn up to 90%. Education, oh, okay. Our elementary education, since I cranked it up, has done okay. Let's crank it back down. See how many people are at university. Let's open a second university. Yeah, we didn't make it to 260,000. We might make 259. That's filling up quickly. How many eligible people for university? 25,000 eligible? Let's open a third one and see what happens. Down here in the suburbs. It's filling up quickly. I've got 2 more universities I can turn on if I need to. In the suburbs. One up north, one out west. Yep, west. All right. Still no demand for anything. No, come on. Let me make sure. This is holding pretty steady. Only 3 sick people. Don't worry about the abandoned houses. They'll be going away. All right. We didn't hit 260. We had 250, almost 259. Almost 259,000. Let's see, did we fill up that last university? Yes, we did. All right, let's go north. It's not filling up as fast. It's still pretty amazing, though, that these are filling up when I have the schools out policy. Citizens prefer working over education, and only a small portion will go to the university. I've got 1 more I can turn on. Still no demand for anything. Still no parking lots. This is the busiest place on the whole map, besides my 2 farms. Like I said earlier, my import number is going to go way down. This was over 2,000. My export. I'm starting to produce goods again. It just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. How high did it say we got? Says 255, but we got more than that right now. So it's not very accurate statistics, but I'm not sure how demand works. I've got, well, I see what you're saying. If I buy more squares. If that does anything. Besides spend $1 million. I guess the only ones left are down here. Let's see if that does anything. Probably not. But I'm ready to grow commercially. Ready to grow residentially. And ready to grow officely. I'm ready to expand. Just don't know when the next demand will come in. Let's add a new water pump. There we go. Now they're closer together. Actually, oh, you need electricity. Did I put you too far away? I guess I did. There you go. Happy now? The next one's going to go over here. It'll need electricity also. Let's go put in another sewage plant. Water treatment, I should say. Eco water treatment. Just fill in the gap between them, I guess. All right, they're pretty even. Garbage looks fine. Education. Let's turn down education. Ooh, let me check my universities first. The last one I opened up was... Where am I? I'm confused. Oh, I'm all turned around. Over here was the last one I opened up. 3,000 students. So maybe I don't want to turn down education. How about this one? 3,000 students. This one? 3,600. 3,000. Okay. I can turn education down a little bit. %. Just want to keep an eye on this number. If it starts shooting way up again, I increase my health care. Nobody's sick. Low fire hazard. Low crime rate. More births than deaths. Unemployment's a little high. Oh, there we go. A little bit of demand for industry and jobs. Now, I've got all linking turned off. I don't want to go try to figure out how to turn it back on. I appreciate it though. I could always look it up if it becomes a problem, but it's never been a problem for me. But I've never grown a city this big before either. The game seems to stop at around 90,000 population when you hit your last milestone. 90,000 is the last milestone. So the game pretty much stops at 90,000 milestone. So most of my cities I stop at about 100,000, 110, 130. I think this is the first city I've ever gone over 150,000. I think my biggest city was probably 140,000. But that's way beyond the last milestone. But I've still got room to grow here. Room to grow here when there's a demand for people. Demand for jobs. Tiny demand for commercial. I've got a whole area ready for that. Well, let's see if the abandoned buildings went away. Yes. See? No more abandoned buildings. No more abandoned buildings. All the abandoned buildings went away. Remember when I had all those abandoned buildings earlier? They're all gone. All abandoned buildings are gone. $250,000 people. See, traffic's picking up now. Why is traffic picking up now? No more abandoned buildings. More goods being produced. More trucks hitting the highway. But it's all moving. It's all moving wonderfully. Right here, it's a little bit slower because this is my busiest place in the whole city. Because this is my 3 points of the triangle, sort of. But it's still moving. No parking lots. I'm going to keep going back to this. My health care is turned way down. That's why I keep checking on my I don't want it to sneak up on me and all of a sudden have 2,000 dead people, no hearses to pick them up. But again, this is my busiest interchange in the whole game. So I control where people can merge. That right there is unusual. I'm not sure why I did that. That's unusual for me. It's not hurting anything, but I don't know why I did that. I must have had a reason when I did it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I gave these guys 2 lanes. And these 2 only 1. Still, it's unusual. I don't know why I did that. It's working, so I'm not going to change it. All right. Where am I? I get lost. Oh. Okay. There's where I'm going. All right, we've got a demand for some commercial. Here's my metro stop. It's on the tourist line. High density. Got some weird zoning in here, but I don't care. I think, yeah, this place is covered. Well, not exactly. So there's one there. There's one there. There's got to be one out here somewhere. There's one here. I'll just put one in the middle here. There we go. Right there. Okay. I'll need fire coverage out here. This kind of fire coverage. That's going to be a plaza. I put plazas in the corners. The police, yeah, one big one to cover this whole side. And I do need electricity. Here we go. Get closer where I can see. There we go. The only thing I don't have is a medical clinic. Okay. In case people get sick shopping. Some more poor zoning, but I don't care. That's going to be some tiny little buildings over there, but I don't care. This area and this area got some weird zoning. These are in pretty good shape. Yeah, I'm not sure that there's a way to prevent this. I don't know that there's a way to prevent this. I think the whole goal is just to keep it going up. And just know you're going to go. And just keep it climbing. I don't think there's any way to prevent that. Now, yeah, there's a mod you can get where you can say, I want maximum people, maximum commercial, maximum demand for all this stuff. But as soon as you use that mod, you pretty much break the game. I've seen a guy named Conflict Nerd use the mod to speed things up, and he pretty much had to abandon the city. Every time he's done it, he's had to abandon the city. Because he then just lost control of his city, and he just ended up starting all over again. Now, there's not really a particular reason why I haven't put offices right down through the middle here. Most of the time I leave spaces like this in case I need to expand the roads. You'll see my first, once I figure out where I am, I leave all this space between the main road, thinking that I might need an avenue someday. But once you implement mass transportation, you never have enough traffic to ever need to expand. This huge housing subdivision that has $18,000 population, and there's no traffic. So I never needed to expand these two avenues because of this metro system. Everybody walks to the metro. They take the metro into town. My biggest suburb with no metro connections is this. And there's no traffic out here either. There is no metro out here. So how did the people move? I gave them a bus line. We've got a bus stops out here, bus stops out here, stops at the university, stops at my 2 shopping areas and my 2 work areas. So I gave them a bus route. A bus route or bus route, depending on how you pronounce it. Route or route. So this is my biggest suburb that is not attached to my city. It's pretty self-sufficient. This is my biggest one that is attached to the city. And this is my newest one. We're now starting to get a little demand for people. Ah, there's what the little buildings look like. Shop till you drop. Multimedia, outlet, discount, shop till you drop. Multimedia, that doesn't work so well anymore. Everybody streams everything now. All right, let's add some more people out here. I'm also going to give them some jobs soon. Let's see. We got lots of leisure out here. Got one right there. Well, it says there's a small demand for people. Nothing's happened. And let's give them a little bit of work to do, too. Nothing too fancy. Oops. That was a mistake. Stay in your lane. Do not cross paths. And after that, I don't care what you do. Do we have water over here? Not yet. Now we do. We'll need electricity, so we need a plaza. Actually, let's move this to here. Okay. Same thing over here. One way in, one way out. We're never going to need this much commercial out here. Need electricity over here. we go. More people. Dog walking park. Small playground. Walking path. People. Does your demand tell you what kind of zoning people want? Yeah. Medium demand for residential. Medium for commercial. Medium for industry or offices. This one doesn't tell you which. Medium, industry, or offices. But way out here, I start them off with a little bit of offices, a little bit of commercial, and then I go back and see how quickly they populate. I like to see how quickly they fill those jobs. Oh yeah, this is a suburb. This is a small town. You don't have giant 5, 6, 7, 15-story apartment buildings in a small town. So this is my small town. I call these suburbs. This is a suburb. That's a suburb. That's my biggest suburb. That's a suburb. That's a suburb. 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 This is a suburb over here. This suburb's pretty close to the city. So I'm building a small town. That's why it's not high residential. It's just a small town. See? I'm having trouble getting workers. So I probably grew that too fast. No workers yet. One worker. See, most of these people probably already have jobs in the city. These new jobs I just made available out here could possibly get picked up by new areas that I'm filling in. New people move into town. Hopefully they'll go work those new jobs that I created in town. I hope. I hope. Well, my biggest suburb is right here. I could start converting the area closest to the metro stops. I could start converting some of this to high res. I'd have no problem with that. This town has been this size for a long, long time. For 100 years or more. 300 years, I don't know. many, many years. I have not expanded this town at all in 300 years, however long. So I could put some high density down here. I'm close enough to the metro stops that would be fine. I wouldn't start back here with high density. They're a long, long ways from the metro stops. All the metro stops are up here. That might be a good idea. Now that I'm running out of spaces to put my small towns. See, I've got all of these are small towns outside of the city. All of these are small towns outside of the city. I've still got space down here. This is mountainous. Well, I say mountains, but this is very hilly over here. I don't know that I'd put any small towns up here on this hill. If you check the topography, see, it's very, very hilly over here. Might be hard to get in and out. It's kind of hilly down here too. So I'm running out of room for small towns. That's for sure. This is a big hill right here. So after I finish this little town, that might be a good idea. High density. Start growing this suburb. Do I still have a lot of room to grow? What's this map called? Good question. I don't think this tells me the map name. What is this map name? Does it tell me the map name? Nothing tells you the map name. Let's see if I can recognize it. I think it's Grand River. Let's see if this matches it. I think it's Grand River. There is no oil on this map. There is no oil at all on this map. I think I'm stuck. There's a lot of ore, but no oil. Lots of ore. A day or two ago, I had to kill the city. I don't think City Skylines likes having this much population. I'm pretty sure it's Grand River, though. A lot of ore, no oil. When I first started this city, most of my industry was ore extraction. That's how I built up my money so high. Yeah. Lots of mining in the beginning. Now, one thing you'll notice about my cities is I rarely use roundabouts. Roundabouts kind of break my triangle method of traffic management. Looks like people are through going to school. Nobody in the universities. There's a few hundred people. They'll have to wait. Roundabouts mess up my triangle method. If this was a roundabout, oops. Let's get these guys some electricity. If this was a roundabout instead of a triangle, then residents would have to pass through the industrial point to get to the shops. They'd have to go around. That breaks my triangle method. Residents going shopping should never ever come anywhere into the industrial area, which begins here. Residents going to work should never ever come into the shopping area, which is over here. And a roundabout messes that up. Trucks need to be able to go from here to here and back without going through the residential point, and a roundabout would break that. The trucks would have to pass through the residential point to get back. So I rarely use roundabouts. They break my traffic management. Well, I guess you could say these are fancy roundabouts. These work for highways. Here's a roundabout. But now that this is all offices, it's really unnecessary. This could be a four-way intersection, which is the worst thing that you can put in a city. A four-way intersection is the worst thing you can put in a city. I don't know if I have any four-way intersections anywhere in my city. Three-ways are my biggest. All of this here could be 2-lane avenue instead of 3. Now that this is all offices, there's no need for this many lanes. Now I probably just created some malfunction junctions, but the offices just generate no traffic. But yeah, I don't know that I have one 4-way avenue anywhere in my city. They're no-nos. Okay, that's weird. Actually, even stop signs aren't needed. With this low volume of traffic. If your traffic's a nightmare, build offices. I just want to produce my goods. I don't want to import them. That's why I have so much industry. See how much I'm importing? Nothing. Almost nothing. See how much I'm exporting? Lots. I like to produce what my city consumes. I don't want to import it and pay all that money. All right. Let's get back to my suburb over here. We need to finish this up. How's our fire coverage? Not so great. Okay. Uh-oh. I see a place I didn't put a walkie pack. It's okay. Do something like that. Nope. Getting too close to the avenue. I don't like to be close to the avenue because of noise. Avenue noise. All right, we got some demand for commercial. High density. forget my plazas. I like to have plazas. Oh, I was wanting to check and see if this was Grand River. All right, here's where I began. This highway was here. Yes, I think this is Grand River. The Grand River map. This used to be one of these terrible, terrible things. This used to be one of these. And that's where I began my city, right here. This is the Grand River map. Pretty sure. All the ore that was here all of this was ore. Big blue thing of ore. From down here all the way up there. All of this was ore. Great big area. I mined all this out. I've still got a little left over here. And a little left over here. But I don't need it. Once I got up into the high millions of dollars, I didn't need to pull ore anymore. And you saw how little I'm importing ore. How little ore I import. And oil. I'm starting to import more goods because I'm getting abandoned buildings again. Because we're going down. We're in a recession. We are in a recession. I just realized, I don't think I gave my new town any garbage collection. They're not complaining, but we need a recycling plant out here. See, I got to get my population up over here before people will work over here. Let's check leisure again. Let's put a playground. Have I put schools out here yet? One elementary school. And one high school. And they're a long ways away. So, let's put an elementary school. With a playground right across. A small playground right across from it. Let's put a high school. I don't know. Let me check my topography. Yeah, this is a big valley. I like this valley. It's got some ups and downs, but let's come out here. Swing back this way to about here. A walking path through here. Make sure I've got water, which I do. Maybe have a walking path. Here. Maybe put a high school. Okay. Where's my other high school? Oh, it's too close. Out here. And a plaza. And run some electricity. Hey, there's my first four-way intersection. Yeah, I don't build four-way intersections. Those are bad. That's another way to help with your traffic problems. No four-way intersections. Okay, a dog walking park. Stick a dog walking park. Yeah. Why not? Ah. Ah. Alright. As this is adding more people, then I'll come over here and add more commercial. Uh-oh. Something I haven't checked in a while. Yep, let's turn healthcare up a bit. We've got some dead people. Let's go up to 100 for a while. Get more hearses out on the road. Oops, missed a row. Got death care out here. The bad thing about that I've learned from this game about death care is they don't seem to care about proximity. I could be wrong. See, this guy processed 20 dead people last week. This guy processed 19. You know they weren't all here. They went somewhere else. So you might have a crematorium right next to a building with a dead person in it, and all the hearses have gone somewhere else across the map, and nobody there to pick up. The dead person next door. Oops. It's Friday! Friday! Unless you're watching me on YouTube sometime in the future. Then I don't know what day it is. But here, it's Friday. Oh, too close to the avenue. We'll stay away from the avenue. I like staying away from the avenue. Nope. I built the high school in a sinkhole. I think this is the lowest terrain around. More demand for some commercial. I'll come this way. Why? Because here's my connection to the tourism line. Big police station. The big one. The big one. I use a big one at each corner to handle the whole area. I've been slack on my plazas. These things work wonderfully. Trucks come in high speed and then they exit to where they got to go. Then they get back on. And they're out of here. All high speed. I haven't given myself any garbage collection over here. Now I gotta fix. Alright, yes. You are turn only. You go that lane. You go that lane. No U-turns here, sorry. Not allowed. Stay your lane, stay your lane, stay your lane. Now down here, I don't care what you do. You can merge all you want down here. I have no complaints. But right here, we are moving efficiently. I think I fixed all these. Yeah, these are all correct. You've got one place to move over, and you just did. Good job. All right, now I can put in a recycling center out here. Just need some electricity. There you go. All right. Let me see how my death wave's going. It's moving up faster than I like. Let's go up to 110%. Oops. There we go. That bumps us up to 8 vehicles per crematorium. Let's see if we... No. We're getting close to filling up these last two. Yeah, that one's got a long ways to go. The last two cemeteries. There's something I get when I filled up 5 cemeteries. I don't remember what it is. Must be a monument. Thought there was something I was shooting for. I could add a sports arena. Thought there's something. There's a prerequisite for 5 field cemeteries, but I don't remember what it is now. Don't remember what it is. All right, more people. Have we run out of space out here? Not really. I could keep going. Looks like we finally got our workers. Okay. Let's do what I said earlier. Let's take some of this and make it high density. How about the first 2 squares? This 2 rows. Sorry, people. It's called progress. It's called progress. I know your families have lived here for hundreds of years. But because the last keyboard warrior said, do it, or suggested it. He suggested it. He didn't say do it. He suggested it. Make sure I don't lose all my electricity. No, I think we're okay. Looks like this one cleared out first. This is a holdout. Here's a holdout. It's like the movie Up. Don't tell those family you kicked them out. It was your suggestion. I'm still the mayor. It's still my responsibility. It was just your suggestion. This guy's holding out. He's waiting for his helium balloons to all fill up so he can take his house with him. How long you gonna hold out, buddy? Too late. The bulldozers are here. Too late. All right. There we go. Like I said, I don't mind converting them close to the metro stops. I wouldn't convert these first. That's a long ways down here to the metro stops. Yeah, that ate into our demand really quick. There's no more demand for people. Yeah, I'm not going to build any more commercial either. We've run out of goods. We've run out of goods because we've run out of population. So we're back in that cycle again. We go down. People stop working on the farms, stop working in the industry, stop producing goods. These guys complain they don't get enough goods. Though I'm going to convert, I think I'm going to convert some more of this to, oh, I did. This is all leisure. I don't have a tourism area. I should convert this to a tourism area. Commercial, leisure, tourism. So I don't have one of those. While we're watching that, let's see if we're keeping up. Oh, no, we're not keeping up with the dead people. Big old death wave. Let's go up to 120%. That'll get us a bunch more. Now we're up to 9 hearses per crematorium. Where are all the dead people? I don't see them. What are people talking about? I don't know. Now the demand's going away. Back to no demand. This will eventually grow back. Hotels. Best of the best. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Resorts and hotels. That's what this area is for. Which is perfect because we're right next to the tourist trap. What we don't have out here is a sports arena. Where can I put a sports arena? Have I got room right there for a sports arena? No, it needs a straight road. Needs a straight road. Okay, if I bring this out further, make sure I've got water, which I do, and add the sports arena. There we go. Stadia. Oh, look, there's people out. There you go. We now have a sports arena. Hopefully it will attract some tourists. Stadium had 88. We're almost turned around. I'd say when the death wave ends, things will probably pick up a bit. I might can open one university now. See what happens. We'll see. Ouch. All right. It's starting down. Maybe. Fire. Police. Importing and exporting. We're still exporting a lot, but imports are going up again because of the abandoned industry. Let's go see what happened up here. They're still expanding. You want more education? So maybe I should have turned on the college up here instead of down there. Only 261 students? Yeah, we'll turn that one off. We'll let people come out to the suburbs if they want to go to college. Nobody's sick. It's just a waiting game now. But it is Friday. It's Friday. And I think I'm ready to call it a day. All right. I had a kid come visit me yesterday. He wanted to see my setup, wanted to ask me questions about streaming. He said he knew all about OBS, he knew about Twitch, he knew all that stuff. I said, well then what's the question? He says, how do you make money doing this? And I said, I don't know. So if you're not a pretty girl, or have some kind of a crazy, entertaining personality or something, you don't make money. So I said, that's completely up to you. All right. People watching me on YouTube and my YouTube subscribers, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.